Hey, how's it going guys? JC here. Welcome to episode 97 of the I'm Forward to Dime series. Today we're playing Tryndamere in the top lane. We're just in the final game to our promos, so once we win this one, we'll get out of the promos, and then I'll start to play the next champion, which so far seems to be Urgot, but it could change because, you know, episode 96, if you guys vote something different, then that's all dependent on what the vote is going to be. Having a lot more consistency with Tryndamere, so hopefully I could carry that through in this game and show you guys. Against Aatrox, it's just that he has a passive that hits really hard. His Q hits really hard. We have to dodge those. If those all land on us, then we lose the matchup early. But we do win and scale later unless we feed. So, like, we could just scale into this matchup easily. So I could wait for his first Q and just all in him. Dodge that third Q and then just start whacking him. There we go. So that's generally the trade pattern that you want against Aatrox. Early on, he is stronger than you unless you can dodge his Qs and wait for his passive to be used. That's the criteria, or else you do lose. I'll just look to push him in. I won the trade there. He doesn't have any real sustain anymore from his E. He only gets sustained by hitting me with his Qs and autos. Looks like he's hard shoving it back out. That's fine by me. I get a ward here in case of Lee Sin. Have to be a little bit cautious at the moment. It's okay with this matchup to play it slow early. There's no rush really. We outscale him super hard, so okay. That's fine. He wastes his time. First blood. As long as we don't die to ganks or feed Aatrox early, we just outscale so hard. So I'm not looking to... What? Okay. Damn! Wow, he kept coming back. I really wanted that cannon, but I messed up. I couldn't get that cannon. I'll need to get a solo kill on him later on, once we hit 6. Or maybe even earlier than that. We still have Ignite. Unless he dies. Okay. Well played by Lee Sin though. I used my E just to try to get that cannon, but I couldn't get it. Which was really sad. Luckily we didn't miss... Wow. Luckily we didn't miss too much though. Alright, so we're just looking to play it slow right now. We're already behind. He has 1 assist. We'll just slow push it, ebb and flow back and forth. Once we scale a little bit better, then we'll look for more fights. But yeah, the best play there was just to let the cannon die and not try to get it. Because even if I got the cannon, I still die to Lee Sin. Since I'll need my E to escape. But I didn't have my E up, so I had to flash, which wasn't as long range as my E. A good chance that Lee is going to lurk around. We go for the Tribush ward because River's already warded. Okay, that's fine. So we just respect the ebb and flow. It's going to push back to us. We do have double longsword, which is probably better than his Kindle gem. So we can look to fight him once we're in a good spot. Once we have Fury, it's pushing back out and everything. I don't see Lee Sin for a very long time. Okay. So this is hard pushing into me. If I stand near the minions, I could bait him into queuing the wave. Yep, just like that. Perfect. So that way it pushes even faster. So now he's just doing me a favor. I lose less XP if it pushes in faster. Over there, I can't get all the CS. I think that cannon was in a situation where it's like impossible CS, where if you let the tower hit, it just kills it. And if you hit it, then it doesn't get the CS either. It was one of those. Oh, that crit. Okay, we'll just play it slow again. Lee's down there. But looks like we're even. Looks like we're even in CS against Aatrox so far. So okay. This is where I can look to start fighting him. Because I know that Lee is bottom, and okay, he's nowhere to be seen. So I'll slow push this one, fast push the next wave. Get it into tower, reset, get gold, get items, and then we should be able to just win. Oh, big action happening at bot lane. That's fine. Aatrox is pretty strong early. Once we get Essence Reaver, we're gonna be in a really good spot. What? That was warded? Wait, he warded that bush? Interesting. Okay, I'll pop a potion. Kha'Zix looks like he wants to gank.
An ally has been slain.
If not, then we get a reset. Okay, sweet. He has teleport used as well. He flashed. Okay. So that's really good to know what Kha'Zix did for us. Alright, so these items are going to let us hit really hard and fast. And that should be enough for us to run him down. So once he pushes this in, I'm going to look to spin onto him. All my team just auto wins. It's always one-sided when it comes to promos for some reason. Nice. This is where we outscale him pretty hard. And yeah, if he had flashed, I just flashed after him. So it didn't matter if our jungler ganked or not earlier. But yeah, that's the beauty of Tryndamere, is you have the option to play really slow and safe. Depending on your build. Like, I could go Fleet Footwork, I could go Doran Shield for even better results. Or I could go like half offense, half defense like this. I go Second Wind Demolish, and I could go Lethal Tempo for the half-half. So that's like slightly tougher matchups early. I could always go for that. So Tryndamere has so many options, it's really nice. And you can play every playstyle. You can be super strong and aggressive early, or you could be very defensive early, but you always scale into late game. So yeah, we got a bunch of platings there because I opted for Demolish. And we're already caught up, like we have more CS than him after one kill. How does he know? I don't get it. Is like all these bushes permanently warded, or he just saw me go in? Okay, went and checked for that one. He's pushing really hard, and I'm gonna miss a whole wave if I go back, so I'll just stay. I have my ult coming back up. I could just solo kill him again. But yeah, I feel like one-sided games are really hard to avoid at the moment in this elo. It seems like it's always happening. Okay. I bet he regret coming back in. Someone pinged me back, I think. Or maybe it was somewhere else, but let's just go back to be safe. Because if anyone walks up, I just die. Okay, head back to lane. Now we have our Essence Reaver and Stinger, so 30% CDR. It's not 40% because I opted for a defensive secondary for that sustain in case I do mess up and, you know, I can't all in him. Like in this game. Something goes south, I get ganked. I still have some extra sustain. So second win's given me 441 health. So I would have been 441 health lower in one of the earlier backs. Well, actually not exactly, but you know. I would have been lower health by a couple hundred. Which makes a huge difference early game. But later on doesn't make a difference. Demolish just helps me take towers. Especially if they turtle on the tower. Which I know that when I scale in, Aatrox is going to turtle. So I could just walk around, threaten him, walk back in, take tower plating. So my ult's going to come back soon, and this time I have Ignite, so this Aatrox is donezo. Alright, here we go. We push in. It's a small wave, so we can just proc Demolish and back away. I don't know where he left to. Okay, so this is going to push out into me. I'm gonna see what Aatrox does. So we'll get some deep vision here. See if he roams. Okay, Lee's here. And we can back away from that. Good thing we have a lot of vision. So we know exactly where Lee is. The moment Lee leaves, I'm just going to dive this guy. Even if he stays under tower, I have the option to. Oh no. I couldn't quite finish. Ah, okay, he had that empowered auto. Damn, my bad. I thought he wasn't gonna have that empowered auto. I could survive one auto and just E auto and just finish him off. Okay, I shouldn't have went back in then. That's okay, we got our first blood tower, I believe. Oh, Ezreal got first blood tower. Yeah, my team's winning, so Ezreal got it, but we're pretty close. So right now, because top lane's being pushed out, bot lane's being pushed out, I guess we go mid, or we take jungle camps. So we'll just do that, and I'm working towards a crit cloak. So I'm just going to go the standard build. But except I'm going to get Triforce earlier. The reason being is because we don't have our Transcendence. So I want to get 40% CDR early. Therefore, I'm going to get crit cloak into Triforce. Okay, so we just got a ult out of Lee. It's really nice. Absolutely free too. So now that we pushed that out, we got the jungle camp over there. Let's get a dragon here. Why not? Early warning over there. Both junglers busy over here, so we should be able to take this. Especially because our team's so far ahead, we have a lot of map presence. So we can get away with things like this, even though they know we're on this. It's okay. Go to mid. He has no mana. But it looks like we can't go in because I think I saw someone over there. They did kill our Kha'Zix. let's back away from this. Whoa, that didn't cancel recall. I should be splitting bot lane, so once that frees up, I'm gonna go bot. So now we can either go for Crit Cloak, which is a really good option, or we can just work towards Phage. So this longsword's gonna become Phage, and now we just need to farm out for Triforce. Once we have Triforce, we'll attack really fast, like ridiculously fast. And we'll have the extra move speed. The 5% move speed is really nice, like I missed that. So to get that early is going to be so nice, and 40% CDR. Okay, now we just push out, apply pressure on the side, and these guys will do their thing. We'll do our thing. Get some deep vision here. Some safer split pushing. What the heck? Okay. They were camping that bush just to wait for me to ward here. Like, what they don't care about their mid lane? They actually just committed for me. That's insane. I guess it's still worth, like, my team's opening up mid. The right play for them is just to defend mid. I don't get it. They just need to send someone to stop me here. And then I wouldn't be able to do much. I guess they Ooh, that cat. They overcommitted for me. And they spent a lot of cooldowns because they had to burn through my ult. It doesn't make me look good, but, you know, it's still gonna get, like, really good results for my team. Top lane's pushing towards me. I could get a camp and take this. Oh, actually, it's gonna crash into tower before I get there.
I am your worst nightmare.
Okay, we'll push out top. Might be able to join for a Baron fight, so we're in the action because I feel like this game's gonna end pretty soon. Oh, Kha'Zix is fighting. Okay. There's really nothing much to do at the moment. Cat's splitting bot. So I guess they want to cut off Lee Sin. He's not here though.
This'll be a slaughter.
Oh, he really went deep to find that Lee Sin.
An enemy has been slain.
Well, after all that, I guess we're going back to split pushing. Honestly, they should be fighting topside and getting Baron. It's kind of strange. I guess free objectives is always nice. Demolish, we're gonna take towers a lot quicker. Infernal Drake though. I can go back for Triforce very soon. I'll just wait for someone to stop me. So I'll keep pushing until someone stops me. Alright, let's not dive her. There's a chance that Morgana could just bind me and I die for free. So go back, we'll start pushing our bot and we'll get a Infernal Drake for the team. Whoa. Okay. That was very silly of Jinx. She knew that I was near the top side. See, this is what I don't like. People pinging on the turret when you can't even take it. Okay, so I'm just slightly off a pickaxe. We'll get pickaxe, so we'll work towards eye edge next. And then finish off with Rage Blade. Good to go. After Rage Blade, we can buy whatever we like. So that's the beauty of this build. We could buy anything we like, including a Randuin's if we want. Go Spirit Visage if we want, or we can go Death Stance. So, options are open. Like, we could even go QSS for the Morgana binds. Yeah, they're doing Baron. Let's keep up the pressure. Okay, let's get to the team fight here. Or at least we can clean up. Or Katarina does it. I guess. It was 29 to 23, they surrendered. I mean, it wasn't like... Score-wise, it's not one-sided, but... I don't know how the score's that close. Like, I didn't int that hard. I didn't do great, I didn't do bad. I just did, like, average. Not a game I'm proud of, but... It is the game that gets us promoted. I simply play Trynd, and we get promoted because we get out of the hellhole of a series. I mean, I didn't have to play great, so for you guys saying, oh, you have to be like a Tryndamere main, you have to be really, really good at the game to just get out of promos, like, not necessarily, I didn't play great, I just played defensive, so if you have a champion that you're very comfortable with, I'm sure you can promote and climb pretty fast as well. So, I just want to highlight that. Okay, so our team did really well, at least in my mind it feels like they did really well, but they have a lot of deaths as well. I mean... For the fact that we're split pushing, damage to champions is okay, but total damage dealt is the MVP, and we are always the top, see? 151,000, and then the other total damage dealt is less, so we contributed to the team by getting objectives, taking minions, and that's what Tryndamere really is just split pushing, not team fighting. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. We did get promoted to Plat 3, so next Plat 2, Plat 1, Diamond, and the series ends. So hopefully you guys are looking forward to that. I'll try to pump out videos more often, because I do have a Bali trip in around 45-ish days, so I really need to start getting more content out. So that is something I have to work towards. Anyways, GG well played. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I'll try to make the Urgot video tomorrow. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Cheers. Hey, how's it going, guys? JC here.
Y'all can't win against the Trynd main JC. Y'all be stuck in bronze while JC reigns supreme.
Alright, so you guys might have thought I've forgotten about the little date thing I hinted towards in the previous episode 96. But I didn't, I just wanted to surprise you guys. So here it is, I'm just going to go really briefly on it. So basically, I'm 26 years old, I worked since I was 18, and I'm not proud that I'm 26, but I guess I have accomplished a lot. Before I was working retail, bottle shops, all the way to casinos, and now YouTuber. I've been working as a YouTuber for a couple of years now. My mum is pretty worried because I don't meet new people, I don't really go out that much, and therefore, girlfriends aren't a thing. They don't appear at home. I tried Tinder and it was just horrendous. As an Asian guy, no one matches with you, and if they do, they don't reply to you. And if they do reply to you, and you finally could get one date, it's after a year. Literally, you just like grinding it out on Tinder until 1 year, you might get 1 or 2 dates. It's really, really bad. And I feel like I have a decent profile, like went through all the guides and like try-harded, but just didn't work out. So my mom decided to join a WeChat group where there's a lot of worried parents, and then she started setting me up on a couple of meetups. So far I've met 2 girls. One girl is like really, really attractive. She probably belongs on a magazine cover. She is really, really beautiful. The other one, I do not find her attractive, but there is a catch. The super attractive one has zero interest in almost anything that I'm interested in. So video games, no. She doesn't like to do any sports or physical activities. She doesn't like to go out to any particular places. Like basically a blank slate, has zero interest. She is only interested in travel. So going overseas, spending all her money. She works a job, then she spends all her money on travels and shopping. So I find that super unrelatable, and then whenever we talk or I text her, she gives like 1 or 2 word answers. It's as if she's not interested. But then when I did ask her, she's like she's interested, and then we eventually went out on a date. So that really blows my mind. It's just confusing. So there's that, but I'll leave that date for a little bit later. So there's the one that I'm not attracted to, but the thing is, after talking to her, I found out that she has a lot of really good qualities. So she, number one, very talkative to me. She seems to be keen on doing new things, very interested in a lot of things. I feel a lot more comfortable around her, and she's also the older sister in the family, so she takes care of her family and she cooks for everyone. So like that's waifu status right there, right? So she's like kind and caring and talkative. Those are all really good qualities that I look for. I have to be the first to admit that the good looks part does weigh a little bit more than I'd like to admit. But I think that in long term, everything else really matters more, and good looks will just fade away with age. But I think it's still important to some extent because you want to feel physically attracted to them in order to really make the relationship work as well. If you're not attracted, then it's just not going to work. I'm kind of torn, like there's good and bad, but I think if anything, I'd have to choose the one that's waifu status rather than the extremely good, like model looking girl. So with the dates, yesterday I was supposed to go on a date with the one that I'm not too attracted to, and basically she cancelled on me because she was feeling sick, so that's fair enough. The other one I did go out on a date with, and I find there was so little to talk about. I had to basically tell her my life story, and then she still had nothing to add, and it just felt super awkward. I took her to like those claw machine places, and she looked really bored and disinterested. During our talk, the only thing that was interesting to her was the fact that I was talking about like my travel experiences, which was to Japan, or the cruise ship, which she didn't seem that interested. And then the one thing that lit up for her was the bottle shop. I used to work at a bottle shop, so I knew a lot about alcohol, and she's like, she loves to drink alcohol. So towards the end of the date, when I really couldn't get much information, or we couldn't really talk much at all, I offered to, hey, let's go grab a drink and then we can chat some more. And she was not interested. She just wanted to go home. So I thought, okay, so that's a clear sign that she's not interested in me. Maybe she's not comfortable. Maybe she feels awkward. I don't know, but she's not having a good time and she just wants to leave. So fair enough. I was like, okay, let's just go home. Kind of reluctantly. I felt pretty sad, but we just went home because, you know, the crushing rejection feeling, it just doesn't really matter to me right now because I feel like we don't really mesh anyway. So long term, it's not going to work out. After that, we left for home and I texted her asking, what did you think about the day? And she said it was really good, and she apologized for not getting drinks with me and that she wants to do it next time. So I was like, this is super confusing. I cannot read this girl at all. And then I thought, okay, maybe I'll ask her, what did you think of the day? And she's like, the day was good. And then I asked her, okay, so what did you think of me? But by the way, these texts were like, I didn't like bombard her. I just asked her over time and she said, you're good. Literally, that was her response. You're good. And then she said, what else? So I guess her English isn't great because she's from China. And to that I said, well, you left in a hurry, so I thought you didn't have fun. And then her answer was no. After a long time, by the way. So all I could say was, oh, okay. And then I didn't text her since then. So I don't know. So let me know what you guys think. That's the situation so far. I basically told the whole thing. So I was supposed to keep it short, but I didn't. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little insight. Let me know what you guys think. Should I do more or should I never do this again? I have no idea. I'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.